Okay, so we have a lot to unpack from March.
Interest rates were hiked for the 11th time.
The Bank of England increased the base rate to 4.25%, and as a result, some providers and banks have increased their interest rates. For example, First Direct's regular saver now offers a whopping 7% on balances up to £3,600. That is fixed for 12 months, but it is also 7%, which would have been unheard of only a year ago. In typical fashion, legacy banks continue to lag behind or just not even bother increasing their rates. Lloyds Bank Easy Saver now offers 0.65%, so there's nothing easy about that. And Barclays have a generous 0.55% on an account they call the Everyday Saver. But with inflation in the UK at over 10%, that should really be called the Everyday Kick in the Teeth. I also find it so difficult to understand why anyone would continue to leave their money deposited in an account that earns absolute pittance.
Historic collapse of Silicon Valley Bank.
Signature Bank marks the third largest bank failure in U.S. history.
There is fear currently over the stability of the banking industry, so some people would rather their money sit in a legacy bank. But if your deposits are FSCS protected, then do not fear. And if you have more than £85,000, then just split it across multiple accounts with multiple banks. There are more than enough accounts to choose from. But there is one provider that I'm going to share with you that's leading the charge in savings, and I'm sure you'll be impressed by their rates. But first, you may remember I spoke about the Revolut credit card in our last update, and we now have some more information. So it's currently available in Poland, Lithuania, the States, and Ireland. They're offering cashback on all purchases. So for example, in Ireland, you can get 1%. There's also additional cashback available when you make purchases through Revolut Rewards, Stays, or Shops. For example, if you book accommodation via Revolut Stays with their credit card, then you could earn 11%. Metal account holders will also get access to a free metal credit card, and any purchases made in a foreign currency are fee-free during the week. Now, after months of delays, Revolut have finally published their 2021 financial accounts. And would you believe it? They are profitable. In fact, they managed to triple their revenue year on year and generate a profit to the tune of £26 million. And this in the digital banking space is a big deal. Profitability is rare, and so far only Starling Bank in the UK have managed it. Monzo and European digital banks like N26, Bunk, Luna and Vivid remain in the red. Although there is a caveat. Revolut's auditor BDO said that some of the financial report may be materially misstated. Basically, some information could be incorrect. Apparently, they had issues accurately verifying over £477 million in revenue, which is around 75%. So not a small amount, but Revolut did tell Reuters that BDO's concerns were remedied in 2021 and that their balance sheet and revenue is accurate. The giant increase in revenue also came mainly from fees associated with charging people like you and me to spend money internationally and on crypto purchases, which, if you remember, really boomed in 2020 and 2021. I mean, we just have to look at the Bitcoin chart to see that. And according to their CFO, crypto made up around 30% of total revenues for Revolut in 2021. But as we all know, crypto has recently taken a bit of a hammering. So it will be really interesting to see how this hammering has impacted their revenues since this report. They may be okay, as they've also seen a large increase from revenue from paid plans such as Premium and Metal. And with spring fast approaching, the release of Revolut Ultra is getting closer. Ultra will be their most premium plan that'll be even better than Metal. It'll have greater insurance, travel perks, and cashback, including 5% on purchases made in the first month for those on the waitlist, although that will be capped at the cost of the Ultra plan. What I'm really curious to see will be how they'll do the Ultra physical card. Like, how do they beat the Metal card? Perhaps it'll be gold plated or made out of some rare earth material like kryptonite. If you're interested in Ultra, I'll link the waitlist below. Unfortunately, right now, we really don't have a huge amount of information on it, but I am quietly hoping to get early access so I can review the plan for you. And in case I do, make sure you're subscribed to not miss out on that. 1 second. So, March was a big month for Wise. In case you didn't see, they changed their branding quite significantly, and I think it looks good. Personally, I don't know about you, but I don't really care too much about a company's branding. I just want them to make beneficial products that ideally don't harm the environment or other people. But from a design perspective, this rebrand is nice to look at. I was reading about how it incorporates a lot of motion, which is meant to reflect how their business model is all about moving money. I also ordered a new physical card so I could show you if they'd made any changes to it. I sat down, I started making an unboxing video, and it turned out to be just the same card. But apparently, there is a new physical card design coming soon. So as soon as we have that, I'll make sure to share it with you. Now, I did review their multi-currency account around a month ago. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll link it below. At the time, I spoke about how their interest rates on GBP balances were pretty competitive. And today, that's still true. If we take a quick look at the money saving expert, we can see that in the UK, Chip are currently leading the easy access rates, which is the closest thing to what Wise offers with 3.4%. Wise, however, currently has 3.61% on GBP balances, and that's up from 3.11 in January when we published that review. And this significant increase is due to the fact that their rates are essentially pegged to the Bank of England's base rate. So while that goes up, so will the interest rates that Wise offers. And you may know that because Wise isn't actually a bank, you don't get FSCS protection with regular balances. However, any money you deposit with Wise Assets, which is basically a subsidiary of theirs that they created to carry out investments and savings activities, does qualify for FSCS protection. But you must have opted in, which means going into the Wise app, clicking your GBP balance, selecting cash, which is the default setting, and choosing interest. And as far as I know, there is no cap on the amount of money you can earn with that 3.61%. Also, that increased by 0.5% in just 6 weeks, which is very impressive, even compared to Chase UK, who have been pretty generous with their rate increases, although they do appear to be slowing down. Last week, they increased their saver account rate by only 0.1% to 3.1%, and this will come into effect from the 3rd of April. You may remember that it began originally many moons ago at 1.5%. Well, over the course of the last year and this year, that's increased to 2.1, 2.7, 3, and now just 3.1%. So I get the impression that they're no longer trying to be market leading, which was definitely their original goal. So perhaps they're now content with the progress they've made since launching this account in late 2021. As a Chase UK account holder, I'm not expecting the interest rate on the Chase Saver to increase much more. With Wise though, you can guarantee while the Bank of England increases rates, so will interest rates on GBP balances. The Bank of England meets again on the 11th of May, which is when they may increase the base rate. If you're interested in signing up with Wise and taking advantage of their leading interest rates, then do click the link in the description box below. That is an affiliate link, so by using it, you'll be supporting myself and the channel and helping me continue to make videos like this one. Kroo, the UK's newest digital bank, who launched with a 2% current account, has also increased that rate to 3.33%. ensuring that they're leading the charge for current account interest. Monzo has upped their saver to 3.25% with immediate effect, and that's on balances up to £100,000. So here's an overview of some of the accounts that I've discussed today, and also some others that I thought may be of interest to you. Unfortunately, still no easy access from Starling. Their current account remains at 0.05%, and they have a 1-year fixed saver at 3.25%, which remains unchanged. I'm still holding out for better savings products from Starling, but they may just be focused on mortgages and other lending products. Thank you for sticking around with me to the end of the video. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up, and feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section. See you in the next video. Oops. Goodbye.